Hey everyone, this is Darian Hill here, coming to you live from Alexander Springs. I'm up here just for the weekend with the Boy Scouts, and here to my son Davin. So we're having a great time. I'm sitting here outside of my tent. If you guys want to see it right here. Okay, and the boys are just kind of out there in the woods, roaming around. I'm just having a few minutes to myself. But I wanted to share, this message with you guys. On my drive up here, I was listening to one of my favorite authors and coaches, Dr. Robert Anthony. And, he was sharing the whole concept that, a lot of times we teach the concept of massive action, massive action, massive action. And what he was saying is that massive action has its place, yes, and it's important for us to take action. But unfortunately, a lot of people are taking action, but still not getting the results that they want. Now, why is that? Why is it that, there's so much talk of action, 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 massive action, and you see so many people taking action, and some still not taking action. However, many people are not getting results. And so I want to share the concept that he talked about, because I think it's so profound, and I think if you guys really grasp this, and this is what really got me to understand why is it when I look over my life, why I wasn't getting the results that I wanted, and when I look at the areas that I'm not succeeding in, why I'm not getting the results. So, there's this whole formula called be plus do equal have, right? And what Dr. Robert Anthony was saying is that if internally the way you see yourself is, let's say, a failure, okay? And if you see yourself internally as not good enough, and externally you're working hard and doing a lot of things and taking a lot of action to get success, what happens is your internal feelings are not lining up with your external expectations, right? Or your internal feelings are not lining up, or energy internally is not lining up with the external result that you're trying to accomplish. And what he was saying is that what we attract in our life, the circumstances that are presented to us, the people, the conditions, the environment, oftentimes will reflect not the action that we're taking, but will reflect how we feel internally, okay? So if you feel like a failure, you'll always attract other people who will validate that. If you feel like a failure, you'll always attract situations that will validate that. So when you're taking action, 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 which is necessary, a lot of times those actions are really trying to clean up a lot of the things that you are creating in your environment. And so action has its place, but in the formula be plus do equal have, it's important that you focus on your thinking. You focus on who are you being in the moment? What are you really feeling about yourself? What are you representing in the inner world that's now going to be reflective in the outer world? Okay, and that's, it's hard for a lot of us to grasp, because it's not something that we can see. When people say your thoughts become things, let's be honest, right? The truth is that it's not something that we can see. It's not something that we can point out, we can logically explain. And so for a lot of people, it's difficult to really grasp the concept, okay? But when you really analyze things and you look at yourself and you really break things down and you look at history, you'll come to a realization that truly, or one example is, you hear people say all the time, well, oh, things happen, it happened out of the blue. Or, I got this hunch, or I was at the right place at the right time. Well, those things happen as a result of your internal communication with the external universe or the external ether, right, that aligns things for you, right? We call it God, we call it universe, whatever it is. It aligns those circumstances for you that will always be representative of what's inside of you. And that's the key in the be, do plus equal have formula. So yes, you should definitely have goals, and yes, you should be seeking success, but the first step to accomplishing anything in your life is, who are you being in that moment? Who are you? Who are you being? What are your beliefs? What are your convictions? What do you really, really feel? And I stress that word and I emphasize feel. What do you really feel about yourself? And that's what's going to communicate to the universe. So that's what law of attraction is going to use as a medium of communication to bring the like circumstance to you. I've read so many books and studied so many people, from even Thomas Edison, Andrew Carnegie, and they all did the same thing. And so for me, I'm convicted in sharing this with you because I've done the research. I'm not just reading it one day and then all of a sudden just sharing this with you. And I've experienced it in my own life. I've actually manifested things in my own life based on, again, thinking. And I also looked at my life and realized that because I wasn't feeling good enough about who I am or feeling like a failure, I was getting certain results. And throughout some process, I was continuing to try to work through, you know, eliminating some of the past thinking that I've manifested in my physical reality. So I just want to share that with you guys because I think it's so important. You know, in early 2015, as so many of us are trying to accomplish our goals, the question always is, how do we go about doing that? And so any goal that you have, anything that you're trying to accomplish, start off with the being. Who are you being? Who do I need to become? And become means that if you feel because of your past circumstances that you're failing because you failed in the past, or maybe your parents have convinced you that you're not good enough, or whatever the case is, you got to work on you. You know, there's an old saying by I think of Jim Rome that said, if you work harder on yourself and you do anything else, your life will change, because who you are really is going to be a representation of what is brought into your life. Anyway guys, thanks for watching this video. Hopefully you got some great value, and I look forward to talking to you guys soon. Be blessed. We'll see you later.